Hello guys, I'm back at it. This video I want to discuss the difference between, or let me say it again, the difference between conservative women and liberal women, alright? It's not a video to hate on women, it's just my observation and my analysis and what I see, the differences in between these two women, alright? Let's start off. The conservative women, they're kind of more stricter than liberal women. All right, liberal women are more laid back. Conservative women are more traditional, which means they follow by traditional practices, traditional path. They're most likely to stay with you guys, all right, with men and more of a nuclear family, all right. With liberal women, they're more free spirit, right? They anything goes. They're more, they're adaptable to all these changes. They're more open minded to all these advantageous lifestyle, right? The thing is, conservative women are more consistent, right? Liberal women, they're not consistent. Their mind goes anywhere, whatever the wind blows, their ideas will go, right? They're inconsistent. You don't know what they're gonna think of. They change their mind constantly, all right? And that's kind of a negative in a way, right? Because you don't know you don't know what they're gonna do or what they're gonna say, how their mood are, right? Conservative women are more happier as it ages. They're more content with their lifestyle. They're more happier with their partner, right? The thing is with liberal women, when they ages, they become more angry, more bitter, more controlling, right? As they ages, and so on and so forth, right? Conservative women, they want you. They're dependent on you, right? They understand a cohesive unit, right? So they understand what it takes to survive on this planet, right? Liberal women, they have this idea of independency. They don't need a man, right? They do what they want, do it without will, right? Not knowing the consequences, right? Liberal women know the consequences, right? I mean, not liberal. Conservative women know the consequences. And they also respect you. They're willing to work with you. Conservative women, right? They respect you. They're willing to work with you, right? But liberal women, with a man, right? They'll throw you under the bus, right? They throw you under the bus. They'll betray you. They look out for themselves, all right? Because they're independent. Yet again, let me reiterate, they like to be independent, right? When they say they're independent, what it means, guys, that they don't need you, they don't want you, they can survive by themselves. And how's that appealing to a guy? That does not appeal to a guy one bit. If a woman say they're independent, right? If you're independent, why would you need a man? Why would a man be there? This is why so many of these liberal women out there, liberal-minded women, are single and alone, right? They're miserable, right? They don't have a partner, right? Because they're independent, right? Because they're more independent than you are. They don't need a man. With a conservative woman, I don't say they depend on you, but they're understanding that they need a cohesive unit. They need a man in their life because there's something that a man provide that a woman can't do, right? Like defense, take out bigger opponents, right? Those stuff and so on and so forth, right? All right, now when it comes to finance, right? Conservative women, they're more financially responsible, right? They know how to make a budget. They know how to, I'm speaking in general terms, they know how to make a budget, right? They know what they're buying. They don't buy stuff willy nilly. They understand the consequence of just go on a spending free, a splurge on, right? They're more budget conscious when it comes to money, right? Conservative women. Now, liberal women, right? Like I said, they're free spirit, right? That means they don't understand the consequence of spending all this money. They just spend money without any boundaries. Spend all this money and not understanding the consequences when you spend all this money. You're almost likely to go broke, right? They can't manage a budget, right? That's the difference when it comes to finance. When it comes to women, right? Women, conservative women, they're more grounded to reality. They understand how the world works, right? They understand how society functions. That's why they're more understanding stick it out with each other, right? With man and a woman, right? When it comes to liberal women, they're more delusional. They can't distinguish from reality and fantasy, right? They're delusional, right? They live in la la land all the time, right? And like I said, conservative women, they're more realistics, right? When it comes to ideas and solutions. Liberal women, they're unrealistic. Like I said before, they live in la la land. They like to think they think all anything is achievable, not knowing their limitations, right? They're unrealistic. Now, when it comes to family, conservative women are more protective of their family. They're more protective of their children. They're more protective of their husband. All right. They look after their possessions. They look after their goods, their stuff. Right. They're protective. Right. Liberal women. Right. Not so much. They're most likely put their kids under the hand of another person, under a stranger, under the school system, under this indoctrination system, right? They don't care for the guy. They're not protected about the guys, right? They don't care about the guys. Like I said, they'll throw the men under the bus, right? They degrade their men. They belittle them. They wussify them, right? That's when it comes to. They're less protective of their man, right? When it comes to family. Um, Now, when it comes to loyalty, conservative women are more loyal to a man, loyal to a family, loyal to the kids, right? Like I said before, they're protective of the kids, right? And liberal women, I can't say the same. They're devious, mischievous, conniving, right? They're not loyal, the opposite of loyal, the antithesis of loyal, right? And conservative women, they're more likely to stand by you, right? They stand by you, they're willing to work with you, right? Conservative women, they're willing to work with you. They understand they need a man. I don't want to say need a man, but they understand that there's the man role. They're more understanding the role of a man in the family in a cohesive relationship. Now, when it comes to liberal women, like I said before, they'll betray you. They don't reciprocate well when it comes to a man. All right, they don't reciprocate. Is either them or nothing. That's what it is. So you're taking a chances when you date liberal women, right? You take a big chances. They might be fun in the short term, but in the long run, they're not that fun, all right? Now, when it comes to their desire, right? Conservative women, they may like stronger men, strong, reliable men who don't protect, alphas, right? Strong men. That's mainly they're gearing up for. They're what they strive up to get. What they strive to get, right? Liberal men, I mean not liberal men, liberal female, right? Liberal women, right? They're more inclined to date the wuss man, the weak men, um, men that's not into the right mind. And then when they get into the relationship with them, the men usually are dominated by the women because the liberal women are very dominated when it comes to the men. They want to take the leadership in the role. They want to wear the pants in the relationship. The liberal man can't say anything to the women, right? They wussify them, right? When it comes to relationship. Um, Conservative women, they're less controlling of their man. They let their man take charge of their lives, right? They let their man lead the family, make the decision in the household, right? Like I said, more traditional, a traditional role, right? Men make the final tradition. Like I said, like I said before, when it comes to liberal women, like I said, liberal women are very dominant. They're controlling, right? They're more controlling, and that's what leads to a lot of strife in a lot of relationships when it comes to liberal household. They're more inclined to file for a divorce, right? Because they're independent. They don't need a man, right? They want to control a man. When they get older, they get bitter, controlling, argumentative, right? All these negative aspects, right? When it comes to liberal women, which I don't suggest. guys who are in the right mind would date them. I would want to be in a committed relationship with a liberal woman. Now, a conservative woman, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they're the best, but they're better than the liberal women, right? Conservative women, they're more feminine, right? They're not trying to be this blue-headed liberal power to the people, all this stuff, right? All these things that doesn't make any sense, the thing that doesn't benefit you guys, that doesn't benefit your relationship, right? They're more destructive in the household. They come from a broken household, right? Um, Conservative women, they're more supportive of the man. I gotta say that they're more supportive because of their traditional upbringing, right? When it comes to liberal, the less supportive of the man. This is why a lot of these relationships either end up in divorce or, God forbid, in dangerous circumstances, right? So when you date a liberal woman between a conservative woman, you're taking a high chances with a liberal woman. You're taking a high chances of a failing relationship with a liberal woman, a high percentage of disappointment with a liberal woman. She probably won't listen to you. Combative, argumentative. The only thing that I can see that's positive but not sort of is they're laid back. But when they're too laid back, that means they're complacent. That means they're lazy. They won't clean up the house. All right, when you're too laid back, right? That means that that means they're procrastinate a lot, right? With a conservative woman, right? They're not laid back. They always find things to do. Clean up the houses, keep the in order, do the laundry, all this stuff. They have structures they live up to. Liberal women, they don't have any structures because they're laid back. They're more chill. I mean, that's the only thing I see the benefit because they're more chill. They won't give you a headache. But again, there's a double negative because if they're more chill, that means nothing won't be done in the household. Nothing won't be clean. No food will be made, right? I'm not saying all liberals like this. I'm not saying all women's like this. But this is what I'm seeing in certain kind of household, certain kind of attribute in women. All right? But this is just some of my lists, what I see, what I observe, what I analyze things. My list could be different from your list. If you have something else to contribute, leave your ideas below. Leave a comment. If I missed something, the difference between a conservative and liberal woman, leave your comment below. And like I said, this is my list. I might add more to this, but if I might miss something, share your list. And this is not to hate on women. This is basically my observation on women and give guys different perspective of what they see in women and making the best choices of choosing a woman, choosing a mate in their future, and not be blinded by their beauty, by their sexuality. All right, these are some of my lists that I look for that I have my checkbox. But I might add more to this, but let me know what you agree. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll come back with another video. Peace.